Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Wednesday, the 12th of February, and my, how things change so quickly. It seems Meghan Markle has left the Invictus Games. When this article did the rounds yesterday, I thought, oh my God, I really hope this is true. Turns out it is true. She's flown home to California to see her children, apparently. I beg to differ, though. I think that she's got such bad press from all the clawing and the fangirling over Prince Harry and the moving the wheelchair of the lady that was in Invictus, which has gone viral, by the way. The numerous expensive, and I mean expensive, coats, the Moncler gloves and the hats, and the fact that she does not wear any Invictus Games merch screams that they've had enough of her, basically. And I believe, it's my firm belief, it's only my belief, that she's been told to bugger off. But of course, that's not how it's being reported. A close source to the couple. Of course, if they're a close source to the couple, they're going to put a positive spin on it, aren't they? This was always planned. Meghan is going home to be with her children. Meghan left the games in Dusseldorf early after 5 days to go home. This is Prince Harry's event, and she's there to support him. But this was planned. She's there to support him. She's been literally everywhere. She has been the sole focus, and none of it has been about him or, more importantly, the veterans taking part. There is a huge difference between this games and previous games, and that's the fact that Meghan Markle is now using social media, i.e. her Instagram account, to boost her relevancy. And it is widely suspected that she's doing this because of her With Love Meghan, which drops on the 4th of March. A lot of people are saying, well, how can she go home early because it's Valentine's Day on Friday? Well, that's been covered in this too, because again, a close source says that Prince Harry and Meghan had an early Valentine's dinner, and they did that with close friends Michael Bublé and his wife Louisa. Quite frankly, she took centre stage and was gleeful at that thought. She's almost been giddy with the attention, and she's certainly been giddy over social media as well. In fact, it's been a non-stop PDA exercise with regards to the press when it comes to Meghan Markle fawning over Prince Harry. Honestly, the PDA has been hilarious. It is a prime example of love bombing from a narcissist. And a lot of people, especially on social media, have basically said she was there for the photo op, mission completed, so she's hot-footed it. Oh, please let her have been asked to leave. Please, please, please. I'd also like you to take note of the fact that they got a private jet there. She's obviously, allegedly, or more than likely, got a private jet to fly home. And then Harry will also be flying home to California on a private jet. That's 3 private jets. Who's paying for all of this? Seriously, who's paying for all of this? They're also staying in a $5,000 a night hotel. Or they were. Well, they still are. Harry will be still staying there. $5,000 a night. The over-affectionate PDA has been branded as nauseating. She's been called limpet cling. They have been slammed for using a golf buggy to ride past disabled veterans. She did that god-awful thing on Instagram with regards to the woman in the wheelchair. And a lot of people are saying that this performance at the Invictus Games was just another way for her to merch clothes, for her to try and boost her popularity. I mean, she wore a £3,000 puffer jacket, Hermes puffer jacket, a Mackage $1,250 coat, that white monstrosity, $815 worth of gloves that she gave away to somebody that was cold. And I'd just like to draw your attention to this particular photo. We have her wearing the hat and, well, she's obviously given the gloves away at this point. What's Harry wearing? He's wearing branded Invictus Games jacket. At least she could have worn a beanie for goodness sake, but no. I'm sorry to be catty. Again, my inner cat is coming out. But I think, why isn't she's there to represent the games, isn't she? If she's there to represent the games, why is she not wearing at least one little bit of Invictus merch? genuine question. That to me screams that she's not there for the Invictus Games. She's there purely to boost her PR, her disastrous PR, and it hasn't gone that well because she's got terrible press right now, and she's hot-footed it back to California. And rumour has it that insiders at Invictus aren't very happy with Meghan Markle, and they have voiced their opinion and their irritation. The fact that she's inserted herself into everything, and she's made it all about her by plastering it all over her social media to boost her reputation. Let's face facts, this is not about returning to the children, because they have routinely taken trips away without them on a longer period than this. It's nothing to do with the children, and I suspect it's more to do with her behaviour and the bad headlines. It's not just her bad behaviour, the squad are behaving disgusting as well. Have you seen what they've done to Tom Bower? This was posted on a Sussex squad account, and this is how her fans behave. This is a man that is part of the press. He's a British writer and a former BBC journalist. And yes, he's very vocal on Meghan Markle, but he's also written books about Robert Maxwell, Mohammed El Fayed, Conrad Black, Richard Branson, Jeremy Corbyn, Boris Johnson, Richard Desmond. He's written a book about the Beckhams, about Tony Blair, about our own King Charles. My point is, he's written one book about Meghan and Harry and the war between the Windsors. But it's not his only book. He is an author. He writes books about prominent people. Yet the squad don't see any of that. They've just literally gone gun blazing at him. And he has every right to be there. And this is what they posted. Here we go. Should we see it?
Why at Invictus?
Why I'm here?
Yeah, why are you at Invictus?
I just got to have a look.
Sure, really? Yeah? That's why you came to see? Or is it because you know Harry and Meghan were going to be here today?
I think that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, we've read the things you've wrote about them, especially Meghan. We've seen your book, we've heard about your book. So it's very interesting that you're at Invictus because we know why you're here. So why don't you tell the truth about why you're here? You came all the way from the UK and the UK press to Invictus in Canada just because you want to see it. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. But yeah, we know.
This is not a good look, to be quite honest, and it shows you exactly how petty they really are. Oh my God, he can't be at the Invictus because he wrote one book about Harry and Meghan, predominantly Meghan, but he wrote one book. But oh no, he's not allowed there. Let's go and attack him. They accosted him when he was at the Invictus Games. That is very, very childish. This man was purely there minding his own business, but they went and spoke to him like that. Can you imagine if somebody had done this to Harry and Meghan? The outcry from the squad would be deafening. Do they not understand that this just gives him more ammunition to go guns blazing against not just Harry and Meghan, but the squad itself? Do you know what? They're so dumb. They can't actually have a look at what's round his neck. And it's a press pass. Oh, I'm sorry. Only positive journalists that lean towards Harry and Meghan are allowed there. Nobody else is allowed there. Anybody else will go on an attack. I'd also like to point out the fact that Harry and Meghan have not sued Tom Bower one bit. They've not put out any statement with regards to his book. They've ignored it completely. If Tom Bower had been lying, they would have sued. But they didn't. They haven't. So, point proven. So I would like to ask you the questions of why Meghan Markle has left early. Do you think it was that planned all along? Do you think that was the way it was going to go? She was always going to leave early and leave Harry at the Invictus Games? Or do you think that she saw the bad press and then decided to hightail it back to California? Or do you think Invictus have got well and truly fed up with her and asked her to leave? Is the fact that this whole PDA love bombing antics have just got far too much. The media have gone, oh God, it's nauseating. That is a headline that has been used. Nauseating and clinging. And her being her, thinking, oh, but I've posted everything on social media and everybody should be falling over me. Didn't like the headlines and gone, sod this, I'm going home. Or do you think it was planned all along? And what do you think of the treatment of Tom Bauer? Do you think it's fair that he was accosted at the Invictus Games like that? As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.